attention, really listen, I hope you understand. Execute your vision, go and get it, be a man. Save your money, motherfucker, for another day. We got the book and the album on the fucking way. This generation is full of hate, always worrying what the next man making. They never wanna see the next man make it. 2018, let's have a gangster conversation. Like how to treat a woman, take care of your kids. Gotta take responsibility for what you did. I do it to inspire, take your mind a little higher. Like her name on the degree, not her name on a flyer. Yeah, boss moves, we just doing what a boss do. We on now and we off you, it's true. The TK Kirkland Show.
Hello?
What's up, yo?
Ain't nothing. This is Dabby Up, man.
Okay, cool. You got time to talk?
Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm with my daughter. I'm chilling and she's watching TV. I'm good.
Okay, cool. All right, so I was reading a thing about starting a business and you think it's stressful and all that, so explain your situation to me. What's going on?
Yo, I actually started a business because you be posting a bunch of shit about starting a business and, you know, a bunch of black business shit, and, you know, I felt like it was the right thing to do. It was just the point in my life, you know what I mean? Where I'm about to turn 30, and, like, in my 20s, I've been fucking up. Like, that's why I actually you're my favorite comedian, because you, like, keep it real. And,
right,
like,
thank
in
you.
my 20s, like, I really be fucking up. Like, I've done some fuck shit. But not like fuck shit, a lot of gangster shit.
Right, understand. Mm-hmm.
So, but it's not cool no more.
Right.
Like, and I remember my pops would tell me, he's like, well, the females you're growing up with, they're going to surpass you. And unless he told me to go back to school. So that's like rich dad, poor dad, because I got a cousin that's actually rich in Atlanta. He flips houses, he do real estate. And my father, he's a CEO, but he always told me to go to school and get a job. So that's, my life is like rich dad, poor dad, except for I'm like Macaulay Culkin, like a fucked up nigga.
Right, right.
One in my family, and they're looking at me like you're an idiot. Like, start a business. So I started this podcast or whatever, and it seems like everybody got a say so about it, but they didn't even know I was starting this shit. Number one, I think they really just jumped on the bandwagon because I'm like, they think I'm funny and shit like that. So when I said I was about to do the podcast, they like, oh, that's a great idea. I think you funnier than this nigga and that nigga, but they don't know that I look up to these people. So I don't compete with the niggas that came before me. Like I just got morals and shit. So I'm not competing with niggas. I just that's who I listen to. So if a nigga tell me, oh, you funny and this nigga, that's cool, but I probably listen to that nigga every day. And if I see him, I'm gonna say what up. Because I keep it real. So, and I wanted to be on your show. I wanted to be a guest. So I was like, let me call this nigga TK. I be posting all his shit. He don't know. You got to know all your fans. That's the problem. Niggas be fans and then they be so insecure they don't want to tell you that they're your fan. I'm going to tell you. Like, this might have made my day. You don't even know it. I'm like probably going crazy over here. Like,
I appreciate it, man. So I'm listening to you talk, and now, you know, do you want your podcast? First, you got to find out who you are, right? And what I mean by that, do you want to be funny on your podcast? Do you want to drop news, sports? You want to talk about relationships? You want to talk about shit in the hood? You want to talk about pedophiles? I mean, so many things you could talk about. So the thing.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Let
me ask you. See, I listen to you, so I'm invested in women. So on my show, it's me, this other kid. He reminds me of Joe Budden because he got the beard and he's smart. He uses big words, right? And I got two females, the icing on the cake. They gorgeous and all that.
Okay,
so,
cool.
Basically,
now you guys do video? Like you show video?
Yeah, we right now in the process of finding the videographer.
Okay.
Like we're comparing these two video guys. We need somebody that could do the video, make that little YouTube shit, and still extract the audio and put it on the iTunes and the SoundCloud. I could do it myself, but niggas got jobs and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I want a nigga that do this all the time. This is what you do. So we're going to pay you. I don't really want your opinion. I want you to do your job. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's where we at with it right now. And I'm trying to separate the niggas that just want to be down for the niggas that's working. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to be down. I want you to work. Like, we here to work. This ain't just a hangout. And that's where was the conflict because niggas, you know, I did my first show. It was a test run. It wasn't really a show. It was a test run. And I invited all my friends. So I have friends with strong opinions. So this nigga came in talking about, yo, why everybody late, da-da-da. And I'm looking at this nigga like, yo, this is not your show. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And he's like, you supposed to be on point. It's supposed to be perfect. So this nigga goes, like, I feel like I'm special. People treat me special. Right. So I got the room upstairs in the restaurant. I'm not downstairs with everybody else. I'm upstairs with it, like in a private room, 2 leather couches. Like, I'm good up there. He want to see my setup. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? Like, I'm doing my thing right now. Like, you gotta chill. So we go up there, I get in an argument with him, I kick him out. So right after I kick him out, the 2 honeys show up, and we start shooting, and everything goes smooth. So then I shoot the thing, and I send the kids, I say, you look like Joe Budden, I send him my shit. And he sees it. So the whole time he's telling me he gonna battle me, he gonna kill me, he gonna kill me. So when the footage come out, I've been doing this since high school. Like, it's always a cool nigga, and I embarrass him in front of the females. Like, I always did that. Like, I always used the females to my advantage. And I guess he thought because he used big words, and I guess he's starting to read stupid-ass 48 Laws of Power, whatever these niggas read that makes them think they super smart. Like, he reads it, I guess. But I'm a counterpuncher. That's like Conor McGregor saying he was going to beat up Floyd, and Floyd is like, whatever, you stupid nigga. And when he gets in this ring, he get beat up, and he go tell ESPN, don't post it. No, nigga, we gonna post it. So I posted this shit, and he got mad.
All right, so your mindset is elementary, Sam.
You think so?
Yeah, you got to stop that. One thing as a G, never put another man down in front of a female. Never.
All right, see.
Never do that.
And I'm listening.
Yeah, never do that. You pull a nigga to the side, you make fun, but you never belittle a nigga in front of bitches because it's really a horrible thing to do. Like, no, we don't do that. What you
I get what you're saying, but he came in with the mindset of killing me. He said it. I watched it over and over.
It's not supposed.
Like, damn, this nigga's crazy.
You got to explain to him that's not what your show is about. You're not about destroying each other to get likes, to get views. The show is supposed to be knowledge and enhancement. You got fun, but I don't think this situation with you guys coming off was about fun, especially if you was doing it in front of females, and whether it's playing or not, it still shouldn't go down in front of a female. Because, see, even when you said it, the energy in your voice, all the extra air you had in your lungs and shit, you felt really confident and strong, like you had truly accomplished something. And we're going to stop the shit today for people listening, that we're going to stop putting down our brothers. We're going to stop putting down our sisters. Now, yeah, when I'm on stage, I say, hoe, bitch, and all this kind of shit. That's just to get my point across. But what people don't know, if you listen to my show, my podcast, I very seldom use profanity.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I'm off stage, I'm in the rest of the world with everybody else. So I want to show respect. I want to show intelligence. And that's my way of saying that I'm a part of you. But when I'm on stage, everybody can get it. Because I need to say that shit on stage so that people can really feel what I'm trying to tell them. So let me explain to you about your show and what you got to need. First, you need to know that if you pull this off in your show, you can make $200,000 a year. Did you know that?
I had no idea.
See, people around the country who have podcasts don't know their history about podcasts. You get your numbers up. You got to get up to 80,000 subscribers. First, that you got to do that. Once you get up to 80,000 subscribers, your salary could be $200,000. Because now there are companies out there that will sponsor you to put stuff on their program, to have you promote them. And you see some of the podcasts that make them take a second and drop the commercial, blah, blah, blah. This is brought to you, blah, blah, blah. So my point is to everybody listening, this is a way of putting y'all up on game, that even though you could have your other jobs, you can do other things, and you could do this once a week and make $200,000 a year. So I want you to take it seriously.
Damn, I didn't even know that, honestly.
I know you didn't know it. That's why I'm telling you. And
that's
people,
crazy.
And a lot of people don't know that. I'm talking about, for real, my man, $200,000 a year. And that's why everybody who's listening, when you start your podcast, you make sure you hit me up on your DM. I'll sign you under my company. See, because even with Charlamagne the God is the executive producer of my show. But I asked Charlamagne to be executive producer of the show. It's not really his show. It's my show.
Yeah.
It was just a good marketing strategy to get Charlamagne as executive producer. Because Charlamagne don't want nothing. Charlamagne is just a good dude. He's like, TK, do your thing, get your paper, blah, blah, blah. But I
seen that episode where you're trying to give him the money. I'm like one of your biggest fans. You don't even understand.
Right. He won't take no money from a nigga. So
that was some real shit. Yeah. You tried to give it to him. He heard you.
Yeah, I'm like, yo. He's like, nah, TK, go do your thing. So I want people who listen to the TK Kirkland show to know that now, with the way the world has changed, technology has changed this game of self-independence, self-awareness, that you can start your own business. You got women and men now got their own clothing lines, and don't even have a store, but they sell their stuff online. And these girls, yo, it's making paper, my nigga. There's women out here making $70,000, $80,000 a month, and I know them personally. Then imagine now you have your clothing line to the people listening. You have your clothing line, you're doing that. Then you start a podcast, and you get that shit popping. Now that's an extra $200,000 that you're making. It's a cold game out here, my man. There's people making money hands over fists and getting it.
That's crazy.
So that's
why so crazy. Mm-hmm. You saying that I wanted to fucking do bow ties. So I was using my show to have a platform to sell my bow ties, because I know it's not a lot of black men that sell bow ties. I wear a lot of suits.
But you're not going to make a lot of money. Yeah, bow ties is good, but you got to find something that can generate a heavy traffic through your website, through your IG, etc. And bow ties is cool, but if you could, I really feel if you can invest in women clothing, get you a model so she can model your shit, get a female, and start selling shit online, and I'm telling you, brother, it's a gold mine.
Invest in women
with my own eyes. These women are getting it out here, and I'm proud of you ladies. And that's what it's about.
They said black women is the fastest group of growing entrepreneurs ever. Black women?
They killing it, yo. And I'm glad to know them, and I'm glad that people listen to the show. And after they listen to this, there's going to be so many women now that's going to get into online clothing. I mean, think about it, yo. Think about it for a second. You don't even have to have a store. See, for somebody to have a store and sell their stuff in the mall, you lose that, because some of these people are paying $5,000, $7,000 a month in overhead, where you can start your own business and ship this shit right out of your home. Let me ask you a question.
Let me ask you a question, TK. So I got a DBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I need to sell clothes, right? Because the girl was telling me I needed an LLC, and I was trying to differentiate between the two, because the guy in the office said I don't need an LLC unless I have have a payroll.
Yeah, you don't really need an LLC. You can just really start your company as long as you pay your taxes, get you an accountant, because you pay taxes, right?
Well, I just opened the business like a month ago after hearing your show.
Okay, so once you get an accountant and all that, they'll give you the right information. It doesn't cost much to get an accountant. You got an accountant that do things. People think you got to get an accountant. You want somebody who's smart. You want somebody that's been doing it for more than 10, 12 years, that they know what they're doing, because sometimes some people don't know what they're doing. But what you got to do first is grow up. Because I still see you doing a lot of kid things. Like you said, your family was saying that you're a knucklehead. But here's the thing. In my 20s, I was fucking up too. I just so happened to be one foot in some crazy stuff and one foot in being positive. I was a businessman. I was doing things with Sandra Bullock, Anthony Michael Hall, John Leguizamo, Mike Epps, D.L. Hughley, but I had to stay quiet because I still was in the streets. I was financing a lot of stuff, but I had to stay low-key in my company so that whenever I got in trouble, we wasn't embarrassed, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
so once
I just now transitioned.
Yeah, so now that I figured it out, I really probably didn't grow up to be a man. I'm talking about being a man, understanding accountability, understanding responsibility, understanding about doing things truly right and making sure that the people around you better their lives, probably until I was about 42, 43 years old, to be honest with you. So I truly feel men don't become men until they're 45, and women don't become a complete woman until you're about 40. And let me explain for the people who beg to differ. It's just like if you was filling out, if you own your own company and you was getting ready to hire 2 employees, and they hire you, and you trying to fill one position. Well, the first thing you ask if you're a good employer, you would say, how many years of experience have you had on the job, correct?
Yeah.
So you want to hire the person with the most experience because they know how to control the climate of the room. There's an emergency. They're not going to panic. They've been through it before. They know what to do compared to somebody who didn't do the job, even though every now and then you get someone that can pull it off, which is very rare. Well, it's the same thing in life. A woman who's 22, 23, 25, even like yourself, yeah, you could have a baby, you could do things, but you do know in 25 years you're going to be smarter than you are today, correct?
Yes.
And that's my point. So life is about wisdom. It's about a journey. It's about making mistakes, but that's why you got to listen to people like myself, like your dad, because we are, you guys, GPS. We are here to guide and to protect you to those who want to listen. And people who will listen, guess what? You will avoid the minefields. You won't have too many setbacks. You'll be able to move a lot. You'll be able to move forward a lot faster than making mistakes, setting yourself back 5, 6, 7 years, and have to start all over. Listen to me. Listen to somebody that you really respect. You can avoid prison time. You can avoid not kicking them with the wrong baby mama, and the ladies could kick around, not fuck around, and get the wrong baby daddy, and then your life is hell for a minute, you know? So this is the purpose of this type of show. So the first thing you got to do when you see the young man that you clowned in front of, pull him to the side and say, yo, as a man, yo, I want to apologize for doing that in front of them females because, you know, I was out of line, and as a youngster, I want to apologize for him. Shake that nigga hand, yo, keep it moving. Now on your show, you know, you just listen to other shows, come up with a blueprint, find out what you want to talk about during the week, and really take this thing very seriously because $200,000 is a lot of money, man.
I ain't never had that.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. So, like I said, to everybody, there's so many people out here trying to start a podcast, but they're just doing it just to be doing it. Some people are doing podcasts and not even know that the guy who's running the podcast is making $200,000 a year, and that person is only getting maybe $500, $700 a week. Not knowing, I'm telling you, I know the facts, yo. If you up to 80,000 subscribers, the salary is $200,000 or more a year.
Yeah, you know what's so crazy is I always wanted to know that information. So it's funny that I sent you that DM and now I got that information. Like I really want to know what was the salary of a podcaster, but I didn't know who to fucking ask, and I didn't know you was going to tell me.
Well, that's the thing, you know. Like I said, I'm sorry just getting back in touch. I'm a busy dude, so I'm getting ready to hit the gym, and I'm like, you know what? Let me make this phone call real quick and talk to this brother and see where your head is at, you know. So I just want people to win. So this is just another way that people can start their own business. Don't have to get up if they don't want to. Because once you got to keep your job until you get your podcast popping, right? If you people listening, but once you get it popping and you consistent, always keep another job for security, for benefits, and all that kind of stuff. But if $200,000 a year don't motivate nobody, I don't know what the hell to tell you.
No, that's fire.
I don't know what.
So what should I do about the people that just want to help me, but I feel like so independent? Do I let them help me, or?
Yeah, you let everybody know that you guys are in it with the grind. So we all got to contribute our free ride for right now. And you sign certain people to a contract. Let them know that when you blow that's when you can start paying them, or you can have what they call a gentleman agreement. You know, you shake their hand and you let them know, hey, this is what I want to do. Our goal is to get this thing up to 80,000 subscribers. I need you to promote everybody who you hire on your podcast. They got to promote the show every week, every day if they can, to promote the podcast for the following week. So that way you start building up your following. See, my situation was different because I was on the Breakfast Club, and the Breakfast Club is behind what I do. So I had 80,000 from day one. But my point is with the people who are starting, who don't have the platform like the Breakfast Club, who don't have the platforms like Vlad TV or Brilliant Idiots or Noriega Drink Champs, things of that nature. You got to really start from the ground up, but it's worth the effort.
That's what's up. When you gonna start doing the videos to your podcast?
I'm never gonna do a video. See, when people ask me that, they're like, "T, when you do a video," see, one, I don't have the time to do a video. Two, I want it to be different. But there's always a message in everything I do, and let me explain to what I mean. Every now and then I get people say, "Yo, the quality of your show, I can't hear the person." Well, the message in you can't hear the person is life is not fucking perfect.
Yeah, that's the real shit, though. Like, if you really want to hear what you're saying, you could turn everything off and listen to the motherfucker. Like,
yes, because people want things to be perfect, right? But I have a message really in everything that I do. So the purpose of you not hearing the show sometimes and you complain about the sound is like, life's not perfect, motherfucker. So what are you going to do? Are you going to make an effort and listen, or are you going to give up and say, fuck it, because the quality is not right, I'm not going to listen? Well, that's
like the niggas that want to be here is going to be here. Like, fuck you niggas. You don't got to listen to that shit.
You ain't got to listen to it. But if you listen to it and you get through it, the subliminal message there
it touches you. That shit made me call you.
Right.
Nigga listen to that shit and be like, nah, I got a call too. Fuck that. Let me iron some shit out.
Yeah, because you got to hear somebody. See, you know, the knowledge I give, I'm not saying can't nobody else do it, but nobody can deliver it the way I deliver it.
Fact.
And that's the difference. So when I hear people like, oh, I can't hear you, then I'm like, nigga, you don't get the message. And watch you're going to give up. And I don't want people to give up. So to the people who listen through it, that tells me that person is determined. That tells me that you don't give up on things in life. That tells me so much about your character. If you can get through such a small fucking thing, because it's small.
If you can get through to me, nigga.
Yeah, it's small. But see, no one saw that coming.
Yo, I went to that fucking Salsa con Fuego. Because you don't come to New York much. And I went all the way to the Bronx, because I'm in Westchester. I went all the way to the Bronx. Motherfuckers had all types of fucking dress codes, had me trying to change my outfit and shit. I was like, yo, I'm just going to wait for the Breakfast Club thing, but you a funny motherfucker.
Yeah, into New York right now, if you're listening, get your tickets down, because we're doing the third annual Breakfast Club presents T to the motherfucking K, October 26th and 27th. Now, here's the great thing about that. on October 26th, fam, I dropped my book, Gangster Conversation. I dropped my comedy album called Gangster Conversation. And right now, my deal with my comedy special is supposed to be with Netflix. That's going to drop October 26th, but my attorney has a bidding war between Amazon and Netflix, so I'm excited about who I'm going to go with. We don't really truly know yet, but it'll be out, though. Whoever I go with, my show will be out October 26th.
Amazon might be that thing. You don't even know. Amazon, come on.
Amazon a beast, yo. And they did my first CD, Are There Any Questions? It was #1 on Amazon for like 6 months back in 08, 09. So on Who Raised You special, because I got Baby from Cash Money in it.
That's fire.
Yeah, the shit gonna be insane, fam. Then I got Drake doing some stuff on the Gangster Conversation album. The book is gonna be insane because the book is just really about my experiences of life with Suge Knight, Puffy Combs, Jay-Z, a young kid out of Harlem named Eric Von Zip. Just so many people who I met. Faison Love. You know, there was a story with me and Faison. People don't know. Faison was like my little brother. And years ago, I was late to a comedy show in Atlanta. And the owner and some of these guys tried to jump me, my nigga. True story. Because I was late. They were trying to run a nigga factory. Well, I was already in trouble on another case that I had with Puffy Combs early that year. So when the shit went down, me and a group of men was in the parking lot. We was going, this is before I started thinking about consequences. So we was on our way getting ready to take care of these motherfuckers up in the club. Faison is in the parking lot driving, yo. He sees me. He snatches me up, puts me in the truck, and drives me off, yo. True story.
Wow. Badass Faison. That is so funny.
True story,
that's
yo.
Like right in the... Yeah, that's crazy. You gotta be like my mentor or something, nigga.
Yeah, let me call Faison real quick. Let's see. Hold on.
Can you hear me?
Where you at, nigga?
What up, man? I'm just getting in close to Ontario.
You in Ontario, Cali? Or Canada?
Yeah.
You doing a show out there?
Yeah, at the Improv tonight.
Go ahead and kill him. Listen, I'm on my show with my podcast. I'm talking to a listener, right? Yo, introduce yourself to Faison, fam.
What happened?
I'm introducing you to somebody on my show, on my PJ Kirkland podcast.
Hold on a second. Let me pull over. I got the top down. Hold on.
My niggas is rich, yo. I love my niggas.
Yeah, that is hilarious.
Take that to the house.
Yo, I've known him since he was a kid, right? And when he got rich, we're on the phone like we are now, right? And the niggas in the store ordering stuff. You know what he's saying? Just send that to the house. Send that to the house. Love this dude.
Hold on, I'm about to get off this exit real quick.
All right. I'm going to show you how real this brother is, yo. This is my man.
There you go.
Faison.
Are you doing it in your podcast?
Yeah, I'm on it right now. Introduce yourself, man, for Faison.
Yo, my name is Daz. I'm from New York.
What's up, Daz? Okay.
Yeah, Daz. Yeah. So, Faison, listen, he wants to do a podcast. I got the whole world listening to the show, and I started talking about how you got to grow up and be a man, how I didn't grow up till I was like 47 years old. And I said, you still make bad choices, right? And I told him about the time I put a hit out on these niggas, and you saw me in the parking lot and snatched me up and drove me away.
Right, in Atlanta?
In Atlanta. And I was telling him how real you was, but how at the same time, people don't really know how I get down. So, Daz, listen to him telling you, he's going to co-sign it.
Yeah, they don't.
Faison had already wrote a letter to my judge as a character witness because I was in another case in New York City. Remember that, Faison?
Right. Yeah.
And, So what happened now, months later, I ain't seen Faison in a minute. So Faison see me in the parking lot. Ready to go do some work. And he said, yo, what the fuck you doing, yo? Got me in the car, snatched me, and drove me away. He arguing with me in the car the whole time. Nigga, didn't I just write a letter to your judge?
For your right. I just wrote a letter. Nigga, how many letters do you want me to write?
Because it was about to go down. So I explained to him how you been in my life and how I'm a big brother to you for years and how tight we are. So I wanted to verify that story so you can explain to him that's exactly how it went down.
Well, you just basically told him, man. I mean, it's almost like a kindred spirit, like, because I had just got in town and I drove up and I saw something. I'm like, this ain't right. It was niggas milling around upstairs and niggas had the ooh-wee face. I'm like, oh, no, this nigga, oh, hell no. This nigga on the phone in the corner. I'm like, oh, no. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Oh, no, nigga, I got it. Oh, no, nigga. We just
my question is how you see him out of everybody else.
He knows we've been fucking around with each other. But nigga, we've been doing this shit when it wasn't cool.
Right.
Remember that time we was doing little rooms in Cleveland when and selling them out, and the Cleveland is gonna come out, and then driving to Detroit. This nigga took me to John Sally's house. When John Sally bought a monastery in Detroit.
Now, Dad, you know who John Sally is?
Yeah, the comedian nigga.
No. John Sally, the basketball player for the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, the tall nigga with the big teeth. I know John Sally, nigga.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Go ahead, Faison.
That nigga still funny.
Yeah, he's still funny.
Well, he's a funny looking nigga, but look, when he was on the Detroit Pistons, this nigga had a big ass house in Detroit, in Palmer Woods, and TK was staying there. I took the rental to the spot, and I come outside, all the goddamn motherfucking rims is gone.
Somebody got you?
Yeah, someone stole the rims off the truck. But what's funny is that me and this brother have known each other so long since we were kids, fam. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, Daz. In life, you make mistakes. You find people that love you. And this brother right here is a good brother to me. And I could assure you that day, if he wasn't in that parking lot, I'm quite sure it would have been a couple murders, or I'd probably been locked up because it was a real bad situation.
It would have been a real fucked up situation.
It was a bad situation because we were
coming. It was a real. Did you talk about the Aaron story, nigga?
Which story?
Aaron.
Oh, when Aaron got kidnapped?
Right.
You remember that shit, nigga?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So you might not be able to tell that story.
Oh, no. It's okay. I like for people to know. Well, back in the day, I was a hustler. And here's a crazy story, some real shit. I'm hustling with this one particular day. It was a record company in Hollywood called AMG Records. They don't exist anymore. Janet Jackson is in the studio performing, and I'm in there with her. But the streets, as we was coming up in the game, before the D.R. Hughley's and Faison got rich, I was the rich nigga. Am I right or wrong, Faison?
This nigga wore a suit every motherfucking day.
Yeah, I was the nigga with the paper. So these niggas out of Carson kept calling me. Like, yo, TK, we need your help. But my connect was out of town. This is my friend Aaron. Aaron is calling me. He's sweating the fuck out of me. And I'm like, nah, Aaron, we cool. But he's calling me. I'm in there with Janet Jackson, and I'm not focused. So I said, all right, nigga, come up to the studio and meet me here. And I had the other people from Carson come to the studio, and they did the transaction, about $150,000, like 200-something thousand on some blah, 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 blah. And everybody left. In 5 minutes, because nobody did their homework. We found out the motherfuckers sold me drywall.
Yep.
And they kidnapped my homie Aaron.
Yep.
They kidnapped him. So now, Faison know he trying to help me out. So now I got to call my niggas in Philly. I got to call my niggas Sinbad and them down in Compton. And it's an all-out motherfucking war. But they got my nigga Aaron hemmed up.
Yeah.
Calling me on the phone because they want the money. And I'm talking shit to Aaron. Like, nigga, we ain't going out like that, nigga. Fuck them niggas out. But it's easy to say that shit when you on the other side of the phone.
When you say shit, you got to go get that nigga. I got to go get Aaron. Nigga toes with a hammer.
Like, nah, Aaron, fuck that. We ain't gonna... So long story short, they get their money, but we like $7,000 short. But the nigga's still on my head about the money. So
about the 7,000?
About the 7,000. So I think Faison put in about 20,000. My other niggas put in about 20. I had to go to the safe. Boom, boom, boom. But here's how this shit ended. 5 years go by, and the nigga we owe the 7,000. Now I'm a major comedian. We're in Detroit, Michigan. I'm about to go on stage. Before I go on stage, I'm walking up the steps. The nigga we owe the 7 bands to is coming down the steps with a female. Now, 7 years ago, if we had the clip on us, we probably would have drew on each other right there and had a shootout. But my point, the reason why I'm bringing this story up, is that as you grow older, people realize that when you're young, that you grow up and become men. And when you did things as a child, sometimes to let these things go by. And me and that nigga had a drink and put that shit behind us. And what's crazy, 3 weeks later, I don't think you know this, they killed that nigga in Detroit.
Wow.
Sure did. So to the people listening to this thing, these stories that we tell you guys is to have a GPS, have someone GPS your life, but at the same time, make good choices. Because I'm trying to put him up on game on the podcast phase. He wants to start a podcast. Well, a lot of people don't know that this is something I really want a lot of people to do because it's $200,000 a year in this game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
it's more than that. Or more than that. Yeah. So we want everybody to start their own business, do their thing.
Yeah, you
so
got
other than that, yeah. So Faison, you good?
I'm good, homie.
Which kind of car you driving? Which one you got? You got the Bentley? You got the truck?
I can't afford that. I got a little simple convertible, man. Little simple convertible.
So you downsizing in your age group, or you keeping it low because you're under investigation?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I bought this car in 2000, and it looked like it's 2000 now. It's nice, clean, you know what I'm saying? But I keep it, SL 500 deal. But
yes.
You got SL 500, but it's still clean.
Oh yeah,
no. But Daz, this is what I teach all my friends. I teach all of them since they was kids.
Yeah.
That money don't mean a motherfucking thing, fam.
Yeah.
It's how you present yourself when you go. Give me an example. Years ago, I'm in D.C., and all my niggas dressed to the T. Everybody sharp. I'm in a sweatsuit. I'm like, yo, let's bottle a bottle of Cristal, yo. Come on. You know what niggas was doing? They was pulling out $20. I said, nigga, fuck that. I bought 6 bottles of the Cristal. But what's crazy, I'm babysitting the bottles like I got my arms hovering, and I'm giving niggas sip because nigga, y'all ain't got no money. And then I realized, fuck it. This is what money's for. Let people enjoy themselves. But it just taught me a valuable lesson. It don't matter who the fuck come in the club with the suit. It don't matter what kind of car you drive. It's about character, what you got in your bank account, and you don't have to go around here showing off to be something that you're truly not. That's all.
Fact.
That's all I'm saying. Faison, I want to thank you for your time. Dad, you say, Faison, I want to thank you for your time, but you're good, though. Everything good?
All good. Always good, homie.
Okay, fam. I love you for life. I'll see you around the world.
All right, my nigga. Stay up.
Okay, fam. Yes, sir. Hold on, Dad. Oh yeah, it's good. You know, I always just try to tell the truth, yo. My life ain't perfect, but I'm happy the way it ended up.
Nah, I think that's why. Hello.
I'm listening.
No, I think that's why I think you're my favorite comedian, because like when I listen to you, I don't feel like you fronting. Like I feel like if somebody was right next to you, like your friends or something, they could validate that shit. And that's how I am, because I always keep honeys around me, and they know they've been around me since I was younger. I like to tear schools up and all types of wild shit. But I'm like growing up, so now I'm trying to make millionaire moves with hundreds of money.
And that's the great thing about it. Here's the thing: you ever heard of saying those tables eventually do turn?
Yeah,
they do, my man. And one day everybody will be looking up to you for help, or looking to you for guidance, and talking to you about, yo, remember you was a crazy ass motherfucker? Now look at you. And that can happen to everybody who listens to the show. I'm here to tell you that no matter where your life is now, that you can work hard, make good choices. Don't have no kids if you can. Even though kids sometimes is good to have, because it can be a flame under your ass to fuel you. My advice to everybody, if you can, don't have any children, because you got to be able to up and go whenever you need to, at the drop of a dime. And if you got a family, you can't make those type of moves, yo. You can't make the kind of moves, because at the end of the day, you're a man first, so you got to take care of your family. So your dreams are put on hold. And sometimes you don't have a wife or a girlfriend that understands, because her mindset is different. So instead of hurting her feelings, instead of her saying you ain't shit, or a guy telling his girl, baby, that shit ain't going to happen to you, and making her feel bad, everybody should be to themselves until they try to achieve their goal. And then you settle down. And I always say this to people. A lot of people don't understand what settling down is. Settling down means you've done everything. Now you're gonna settle. But y'all wanna have sex all the time and come to these women and fuck up your dreams and fuck up your destiny from time to time. Because the whole system is against everybody. You get a girl pregnant, now you got child support.
Yeah, you've been saying what I've been thinking for years. I've been thinking that same shit for years. But on the other hand, what you said, I think me having a kid actually woke me the fuck up.
See, and that's what I mean. It could help.
Like,
it could definitely help. So you want the best for your child. Yeah, and so I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Sometimes it's really a good thing. Sometimes it's really good people to have children in their life, because it helps you grow and helps you mature. I just like things to be a little easier for people so they can make their moves and not have nothing to tie you down. Yeah. Now, everybody's story is going to be different. Everybody's in a different lane. And when we all go in the bank on Mondays or Tuesdays, everybody got their money different ways.
Yeah, you're retarded. But nah, seriously, you're right, though, but you're just retarded, though. And that's why I love you, because that just made me appreciate myself. Like, it's like you meet somebody, or you watch somebody on TV or whatever, and then that makes you appreciate yourself. You're like, damn, this motherfucker's crazy. Yo, I could be myself. Like, I don't have to be nobody else. Like, I could be me and be comfortable being me. And that's actually where I'm at. Because, like, I just want to be myself. And I see you, I'm like, damn, this nigga be cursing. This nigga be talking about sex all the time. And, like, you really be telling like it is. And that's how I am, like, in my neighborhood. But I don't just go put that shit on TV. I don't know if somebody's going to like it or not. But for some reason,
what you do is you have your platform, you have your friends, but the ultimate thing is respect. And let me explain what I mean. Your parents, elder, women, make sure I'm going to repeat this, women, you respect them. Even when they start talking shit and disrespectful, you say to a young lady, I'm not going to stoop to this level, beautiful, because you're a queen, and you walk away. Like I said, when I do my comedy shows, I do my comedy albums, I'm going to say whole bitch and all this kind of shit, because one, it sounds good, two, is to get my point across, and three, one of my examples I always say to people, when you tell your child to do something, you say, hey, Johnny, clean your room up, and we're going out to the movies, right? But Johnny ain't moving fast enough. It's 3 hours later. But if you say, Johnny, didn't I tell you, motherfucker, to clean that fucking room up? Johnny answers, go on, get your shit together quick. Am I right or wrong?
Facts.
That's the same thing in life, my man.
You right.
Same thing in life. Daz,
I ain't do shit until my pops church at me.
Yep, so you definitely understand. So, Daz, on that note, I got to get ready to hit the gym. Now,
you my nigga, you got to be like my mentor or something. You can't just, like, disappear on the nigga.
Oh, no, you got the cell phone number, nigga. You got the number. But don't be calling me all the fucking time.
Nah, nigga. Nah, I'm a Gemini, nigga. I got attachment issues, nigga. I don't even like that shit like
Okay, no. You got to be attached. Don't have attachment issues. That's bad. You got to change your mindset. Call me when you got something to talk about. You know, then I'm a busy person. I'm going to get right back to you. Trust me. I'm going to get back to you. I promise you as soon as I'll get some free time, because I'm out here grinding and running companies, and I got to get up every morning at 4 to start my business and do what I got to do. So, Dad, listen to what I'm telling you. Stay focused. Take care of your children. To the people listening to the show, make sure that I hope that I inspired at least 3 of y'all to start your own business. Do that. Also, April 19th. Check me out in Kansas City. Go to my Instagram page, and you'll see where I'm performing at. April 19th. April 25th, I'll be in, May 6th, I'll be in Philadelphia at the Hibachi Comedy Club in Philadelphia, and Sacramento, California. Check me out at the Tommy T's from the 26th to the 28th. On that note, may your pain be champagne down. Live your life to the fullest. I'm gone, brother.
All right, peace.
Talk to you soon.
This episode of the TK Kirkland Show was produced by Chris Thomas, executively produced by Charlemagne the God. This is an official Loudspeakers Network production.